Heath here from pickinglessons.com. Fairmoy Lasses. This is a great tune. Starts out in the key of E minor, part B removing the key of G. It's a fast tune, it's a fast reel, so it's a really good technical exercise learning this tune. In a moment, we're going to take a look at the first part of the tune, part A. Here in this video, we'll get to know the notes, we'll talk about some strategies for playing tunes like this faster. But if you head on over to pickinglessons.com, you can grab yourself a copy of the tablature, and in the member section there, we'll also break down part B, and we'll keep exploring ideas for kind of working through a tune like this and working up to the tempo. You'll also have some play along and backing tracks there as well. Now, we do start out in the key of E minor. The melody itself is quite straightforward, so one of the first things you really want to make sure of is that you get to know this from memory, because it's going to be played so quick. Really spend some time on learning the phrases so you've got them under your fingers without really too much thought. You don't want to be thinking about what you're playing up to the fast tempo. So it is a fast reel. Now, so we're in 4/4 time, key of E minor, so the E minor scale is a real feature, of course. And so having that fundamental scale too under your fingers is a good idea. Now, let's have a look at what's happening here. So we have this pickup note on beat 4. So 3, 4, and 1 into the first measure. So this first measure, we have this kind of pedal tone idea. Yeah, we keep coming back to the E note. So we've got a lot of notes on that third string that we need to continue with. So notice my fingers in the left hand there. I've got my first finger on the second fret for both the E and the B. So I'm going to roll between those. Starts on the fingertip, rolls flat, back to the fingertip. And of course the third finger on the G. So a good exercise just to begin with. Just get this under your fingers. Picking is straight, alternating, following the eighth notes. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We find the accent there presents itself on that first and third beats. So that's an exercise you can spend some time on, yeah? So you can grab your metronome, you can set up a tempo for yourself, and then you can go from there. So let's just say at quarter notes at 100 beats per minute. And once you start to build on that, of course, you can start to step it up a notch. So let's just jump up a little bit. 3, 4. So by doing this, we're starting to really lock in what we're playing in that first measure. Now, it's only one measure. There's a lot of repeating in this tune. So that comes through again 2 other times in the tune. But doing it this way will really help kind of get it more automatic, so you're not thinking about it for a start, but we're also working on that basics of the technique. Let's move on to the second measure. So that nice little scale passage we have. Third and second fingers, first and second. Yeah, it's a nice one as well to be working on. So we get to know that. Straight alternating with your right hand again. Practice that for a little bit. Now put the first 2 bars together. 3, 4. Now you got a bit of a loop, yeah? Play it at a comfortable tempo. So if that means you're a little slower, that's okay. One thing you want to do right from the start is try to keep everything relaxed. Not too much pressure in your left hand while you're holding those notes down. Not too much pressure in your right hand. Keep your pick grip nice and light. I've opted for a heavy pick. I haven't gone to a light pick for this sort of tune. Sometimes it's kind of nice to do that, but I've found this heavier pick is still working really well. This is what I'd normally use for, say, a bluegrass tune, and it does work really well for this tune as well. So there's a nice loop to work on. Now that is the same in the second half. So we've kind of got half of the tune already. Let's have a look at measures 3 and 4 in this part. Same again, then this D arpeggio with a nice scale run on the end. So this arpeggio starts on the A, down to the F sharp and D. And that nice little scale run there. So this arpeggio again. 3, 4. Okay, let's put the third and fourth measures together briefly. 3, 4. And we've got a nice little loop there as well. Let's put the first 4 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see that that's going to loop really nicely, keeping it really comfortable and relaxed. This is the first step. We're learning it, we're building the phrases bar by bar. We're working our technique, trying to stay relaxed with our picking hand and our left hand as well. Let's just finish off the second half of the tune. We start out in the same way. Last 2 bars, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then the same arpeggio over D. So that 7th measure along, quarter note, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and there's not many of them in the tune, mostly 8th notes. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. One more time, ready, and. So build up these separate bars into the phrases, connect them, get to know them, stay relaxed as you practice. Let's just do that once through at a reasonable tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, one of the key things straight away, of course, is we're trying to learn this tune from memory. Secondly, you want to stay as relaxed and as comfortable as you can. Don't push the tempo yet. Stay as relaxed as you can and practice at your comfortable pace. That's really important. And as you're doing that, remind yourself to stay relaxed. Stay as relaxed as you can in both hands. And as you're moving through, really be mindful of there's no tension. Yeah, so you don't want to build any tension. That's a really, it can be a hard thing when you're trying to play faster. So really reminding yourself to stay relaxed is important. So that's sort of step 1, get to know the tune and really focus on that. Now at pickinglessons.com, we're going to break down the remainder of the tune in part B. So in the members section there, we'll break that down and you'll have some play along and backing tracks as well. We'll keep chatting about some more strategies on getting this tune up to a really fast tempo that we generally hear it at. So that was recorded at 240 beats per minute at quarter notes, yeah, so it's quite quick. It's very quick. If you go off and listen to some recordings, they're very quick. So do bear that in mind. It's a fast tune. It's a reel. This one's a fast one. So we'll break that down. Of course, you can jump across and grab the tablature there as well. So pickinglessons.com. I'll see you there.